Hey there. If you're a leader in long-term care, you know that finding new compliant revenue streams is always top of mind. Today, we're going to dive into a huge opportunity that's changing the game: remote patient monitoring, or RPM. We'll break down exactly how it works, and more importantly, how your facility can actually get paid from it. So, grab a coffee, and let's get into it. Here's the million-dollar question. How can your facility actually earn money from remote patient monitoring? You've probably heard the buzz, and you know the potential is real. But how do you turn that potential into actual revenue for your facility? The answer might surprise you. It's probably not what you're thinking. But stick with me, because understanding the real model is the key to unlocking this whole thing. Let's tackle the biggest myth right away. A lot of people think your facility just bills Medicare directly for RPM services. That's the myth. The reality is that it's an indirect model. The doctor bills Medicare, and then they pay your facility a fee. This shift in thinking is absolutely fundamental. Once you understand this crucial difference, everything else just falls into place. So first, let's dig into why you don't bill Medicare directly. It might feel a little counterintuitive, but it all comes down to very specific Medicare rules about who can submit those claims. Medicare is crystal clear on this. The only people who can bill for RPM are physicians, like MDs and DOs, nurse practitioners, and physician assistants. Now, there are some special cases for federally qualified health centers and rural health clinics, but for standard skilled nursing or assisted living facilities, you cannot bill directly. Here's the key takeaway. Your job isn't to be the billing entity. Your job is to be the indispensable operational partner for the doctor who can. You are the boots on the ground, making the whole system work. Now that we've busted that myth, let's get to the good part: how you actually get paid. It all comes down to a clear financial agreement between your facility and the doctor. Your facility provides the amazing clinical staff who work under the physician's general supervision. So, what exactly does your clinical staff do? They serve as the hands and eyes on the ground. They're the ones collecting vitals, documenting care, and supporting residents every single day. Meanwhile, the physician provides the oversight, bills Medicare Part B for the service, and then pays your facility a fixed, fair market value fee. This fair market value fee is a fixed, contracted amount that the doctor pays your facility for the work your clinicians do. And here's the critical part: it's based on your costs, your staff time, and your technology. It is not a percentage of what Medicare pays the doctor. That's not a small detail. That's the secret to staying compliant and building a sustainable RPM program. Let's trace the money so it's perfectly clear. Step 1. The doctor bills Medicare Part B using the correct RPM CPT codes. Step 2. Medicare pays the doctor, which is usually around $110 to $150 per patient per month. And Step 3. The doctor pays your facility that pre-agreed fair market value fee. It's a clean, predictable, and fully compliant model that benefits everyone involved, especially the resident. Okay, so how do you calculate your fee? Let's break it down with a simple example. Step 1 is to calculate your staff costs. Be honest and realistic about the time your team spends. For example, maybe it's 10 minutes for a CNA, 15 minutes for an LPN, and 5 minutes for an RN. You multiply those minutes by their loaded hourly rate. That's their wages plus benefits. In this scenario, that works out to about $21 in staff costs per resident per month. Step 2 is to add in your technology and administrative costs. This includes things like software, the monitoring devices, and general overhead. In this example, let's say that adds another $17. You add it all up, and you land on $38. That's your justifiable fair market value fee per patient per month. Because it's based on real documented costs, it's defensible and compliant. Now let's talk about profitability. You've calculated your fee. The next step is maximizing your revenue. The single most important driver here is using the right staff for the right tasks. You don't want a $42 an hour RN doing work that a $21 an hour CNA can handle perfectly well. Delegate routine work like taking readings or making check-in calls. Reserve that valuable RN time for clinical oversight and complex cases. This isn't about cutting corners. It's about being smart and efficient with your resources. Want to boost your margins even more? Here are a few pro tips. 1. Scale your program by enrolling more residents. The more residents you have, the more efficient you become. 2. Standardize your workflows. This creates predictability and reduces errors. 3. Automate wherever you can, from alerts and notifications to reporting. And 4. Consider offering different service tiers, each with its own appropriate FMV. Of course, none of this works without staying compliant. There are 3 core requirements you must meet so the doctor can successfully bill Medicare. First, you need at least 16 separate days of automatically uploaded vital sign readings within a 30-day billing period. That's a big one. Second, you must document at least 20 minutes of staff time spent on patient care management specifically for RPM. And third, you need at least one real-time interaction, like a phone call or a video chat, with the patient or their caregiver. If you meet these 3 requirements, the doctor can bill successfully. And remember, their success is your success. Finally, let's cover the big don'ts. Absolutely no revenue splits. No percentages of collections. Your fee must be a fixed, predetermined FMV amount. Don't try to bill RPM on your own unless you are one of those special cases like an FQHC. And remember, taking 5 readings in one day still only counts as one day. You must meet that 16-day requirement over the month. The bottom line is simple. You win by maximizing the number of residents in the program, minimizing the staff time spent per resident through smart delegation, and staying compliant every step of the way. That's the formula. That's the entire game. So, now you know the model. You know the math. You know the guardrails. The only question left is, how will your facility tune its fair market value fee? It's your turn to build a profitable, compliant RPM program that enhances patient care and boosts your bottom line. If you want to see how your facility can cut labor costs and boost revenue with a streamlined RPM solution, contact us at EMA Telemed today. We're here to help you get started. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe for more insights on growing your long-term care facility. We'll see you in the next one.